Okay. Where's Anne? Here we go. Saturday workout. You ready?
No.
Okay, take your feet to the width of the mat. Make a fist and pull your elbows all the way back. Then come down halfway. And then come back up. We're just gonna do this 3 or 4 more times. Work whatever range of motion feels comfortable for you. To feel a nice stretch in the back of those legs. One more. Now release the arms, fold all the way down, let your head go. Walk your hands forward, meet me in your high plank. And straight to a down dog. Driving your heels towards the floor and back to plank. And just keep going. Forward and back. Great way to warm up these shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale as you go back. Exhale as you come forward. Okay, when you come forward this time, I want you to step your left foot forward. Put your right knee down on the floor. And you're going to move your hips back and flex your front foot. And then come forward. Let the hips come as far forward as you can. And just keep going forward and back. And if it's bothering that right knee, put a towel under it. We're going to do a few more. Really point those toes directly up to the ceiling. You'll get a nice stretch behind that calf. Okay, here's your last one. Take it back. Now come forward, hands down, step back, plank. Go between your down dog and plank 5 times. Okay, now this time, right foot comes forward, left knee goes down. Oh, I'm going to change the screen. Start to go forward and back. Remember to flex the toes on that front foot. And let the hips come all the way forward. So you really feel like you're getting into the whole groin area. One more. Okay, when you come forward this time, hands down, step back, you're in your plank, start your down dog planks. Do a couple more. Okay, now from this high plank, I just want you to lower down onto the forearms into a low plank and just hold it. Take a big breath in, get your belly up and into the spine, and then put the knees down on the floor and then the hips. Let them come forward, take your gaze, look up. Now lift your hips up, belly in, knees off the floor. And just do that 4 or 5 more times. Nice and slow. Getting into the core a little bit here, your lower back. When you in with your knees off the floor, you really want to be pushing your heels backwards. Okay, on this last one, come onto the tops of your feet, hold your hips down, look forward, proud at your chest. Now, while you're holding this baby cobra, you're still pulling the belly up and in. Okay, we're going to slowly lower the chest to the floor, and then you're going to take your hands by your chest on the floor, squeeze your elbows into each other, Pick your chest up. Draw the belly button up and in. And then lower the chest. And then lift. You're activating the erectus spinae muscles along your spine. Keep going, down and up. Now try not to push your hands into the floor. You want to be using those back muscles. Okay, hold the chest up. You're going to press up. You're on the tops of your feet. Your arms are straight and your knees are off the floor. Hold here. We're going to do some scapular push-ups. So without bending the arms, you're going to lower the chest into the shoulders and then press away. Just go straight up and down. Work the full range of motion that you have. Do 3 more. Now, put the knees down, lift your hips up. You're going to bring your wrists under the shoulders and do some cat-cows. We're going to tuck the toes under so we feel nice and stable. Big arch in the back. And then drop into the shoulders. Take your gaze forward. Keep the belly engaged. Do 4 or 5 more. Explore different angles. Okay, from here, we're going to come back onto the tops of our feet. I want you to open your knees to the edges of the mat and sit back on your heels. We're going to walk our hands to the edges of the mat, walk them as far forward as you can, and think about lowering your chest towards the floor. Stay here for 5 big, huge breaths. Okay, let's come back up on all fours. Bring those knees in so they're under your hips. Tuck the toes under, elevate the knees just 1 inch off the floor. You're in bear. From here, small down dog, heels down. And right back into bear. And just keep oscillating between bear and small dog. Get nice and high on the toes when you're in bear, so you're getting the benefit of flexibility for the feet. Couple more. Okay, hold your bear. Pick your face up. If it's fallen off, your neck should be nice and long. Small dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Full forward fold here. Let's cross the arms so we're sure we're completely unweighting the upper body. Let's try to keep a straight leg. 3 big breaths. Really try to expand the rib cage. So when I say big breaths, what does that really mean? The easiest way for me to execute a big breath is to deliberately count 4 counts in, hold for 4 counts, and then take it out on 4 counts. That is a big breath. Okay, release the arms. You're going to round up 1 vertebrae at a time, Pilates style. Nice. Say goodbye to your warm-up. Okay. Big.
Bye to our workout.
No, not workout, warm-up. Sorry, Sean. Okay, big girl weights today. Pick them up. No, not mine. Mine are little girl weights. Okay, you got big girl weights. We're going to start out with 10 squats, 10 deadlifts, and 10 lunges. So I like to begin a little on the slow side so I can get the movement pattern down, check on my form. So just give me 10 really nice good squats without rounding your upper back, right? Shift your weight back and get into the heels. Probably one of the single best exercises we can be doing for our body. Okay, so one more, and I think that's 10. We're going to do a quick transition to a deadlift. So it's legs nice and long, up and down. Again, shifting the hips back. Don't forget to breathe, right? Inhale on the way down, exhale to come up. You have 3 more. Okay, from here, step your left foot forward, lower the right knee down, push off. That's considered 1. Then we switch legs. Right foot forward, lunge, push backwards. So you manage how big your step forward is. It can be whatever feels stable for you. It's definitely going to be triggering your heart rate, which is not a bad thing. What? Okay, a couple more. Last one. Nice job. Okay, put those weights down. We're going to give our hands a little bit of a break. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to lie down on the floor. Got a little core work to do here. So, lying down, feet up, legs bent. Now, you're going to straighten the right leg up to the ceiling. You're going to take your left hand onto your left thigh and push into that leg as hard as you can. We're waking up the core. Now, pelvic tilt up so you feel the low back skin on the floor. Keep this push. Take your right hand by your right ear, crunch up and down. Crunch up and down. Keep drawing the belly down, and you're doing 10 on this side. Exhale as you crunch up. Inhale going down. Right elbow stays back. Don't pull the head. Work your core. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Take a break when you've done 10. Draw both knees in. Roll the head side to side. Nice job. Bring your knees back over the hips with your legs bent. You're going to straighten that left leg. Right hand on your thigh. Push it, but don't let the leg move. Pelvic tilt up so the low back skin's on the floor. Left hand to the side of the head. Crunch up and down. This is all about the push. Keep that left leg nice and straight. Give each of these repetitions your best effort. When you dead Ted, give those knees a big old hug. Roll your head from side to side. When you roll the head, I want you to deliberately go as far as you can on each side. Okay, one more exercise down on the floor and then we're going to get back up. So I want you to have your legs fully extended out, feet are hip width apart, turn your toes in to touch, and slide your heels in just a tad so you can get your knees together. So you have a very small bend in the legs. Now, cup your fingers on the floor so you're elevating the arms off the floor. Make sure you're nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Now, push your heels down into the floor. That's your first activation. Stay very strong through the belly. Second one is while you hold the push, you're going to pull towards you isometrically or not moving. We're going to keep building this. So you're pushing down, you're pulling, and now you're elevating your butt off the floor. As you squeeze your knees, big, huge squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go. Full body stretch. Arms go back, point your toes. Pulling the body in opposite directions here. Okay, come on back with the arms. Cup the fingers. Turn your toes into touch. Squeeze your knees. Okay, now you start the activation. Press your heels down. Pull them towards you. Elevate your butt. All about this squeeze. Hold here and just breathe. So here's your opportunity to add intensity. Squeeze harder. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it go. Arms go all the way back behind you. Point those toes. Big, huge reach. Okay, third and final round. Cup your fingers, toes in. Knees touch and squeeze. Press the heels down. Pull them. Elevate the butt. Lots of power coming into this squeeze. Keep drawing the belly down. Squeeze a little harder. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go. Last big stretch here. Arms go back. We're going to Pilates style it all the way up. Nice and slow. C curving your spine. Dive between the legs. Nice big stretch for the back of those hamstrings. Okay, sit up tall. You're going to flip your legs around. We're going to meet in a push-up position. We're going to start with 5 push-ups. So on you to make them fabulous. Let's go. Give me 5 of your best. When you're done your 5, take your hips back over your heels, lower your chest. Okay, come on back to your push-up position. Give me 4 good ones. Take it back to that nice stretch. Come on back forward. 3 good ones. Back for your stretch. Come on back forward. 2. Never had so much fun. Back for that stretch. Come on forward. Give me one great one, best one yet. Nice job. Back to your stretch. Okay, come on up onto your feet. We're picking up the heavy weights again. We're going to do 10 rows followed by 10 squats. So take your feet hip width apart, pick up the heaviest weights you can find. Start out with 10 rows. So I'm going to fold halfway down, elbows come up, nice and high, squeezing the upper back. Nice. Now back up. Give me 10 squats. Nice and low without folding your upper body forward. Come back to your 10 rows. Fold halfway down. Make them great. Nice job. Come back up. 10 squats. Last 2. 10 rows. This is your 3rd round. And final. Nice. Back to those 10 squats, then we're moving on. Nice job. Okay. Put them down. Back down onto the floor. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. Cheers. Okay. Working the chest and arms down on the floor. Hello. Okay. Grab your big heavy weights for chest presses to start. Have a slightly lighter weight nearby in case you want to change. So here we go. Chest press position, neutral wrists, low back skin on the floor, elbows come down out to the side, press back up. So 5 of these, you're going to have your palms facing forward. And then we're going to switch it where we turn them at the top, but not to start. Okay, so when you've done 5, now turn your palms at the top to face. Let the weights touch. Open them back out, lower the elbows. Just a slight variation. I feel like you're going to feel it a little more in the chest. Make sure you're keeping your weight centered over the chest and not the face. Okay, hold the weights up at the top with your palms facing forward. Make a V, upside down V with your weights. Now when you lower your elbows, they're going to be 45-degree angle out from the body. Just switching up the angle here. Give me 10. Okay, put those heavy beasts down. I'm going to start out with tricep extensions now, and I'm going to use slightly lighter. I'm going to pick up 2, back to my lying down position with my legs bent, my low back on the floor. So I've got my palms facing. I've got my wrists over my shoulders. Lower with control down to the shoulders and then back up. Give me 10 perfect ones. What makes these perfect is that you don't move the elbow from the shoulder. It stays right on top of it. Be about halfway, so it's a fairly slow pace. Okay, rock and roll back up. Put those down. You're coming up onto your feet. Shake out your grip. Grab a quick sip of water. We're going to do some kettlebell swings, but we're going to use a weight because I don't have a kettlebell, but if you have one, grab it. So I'm going to have my legs in sumo position. And I'm going to hold the weight vertically. So I've got my heels on the edges. I'm going to squat and swing simultaneously. Now you'll notice I'm not taking the weight over my head. Squat and swing. Keep the weight back into your heels. We're going to do 10 more. Get that butt down. Okay. Put that weight down. Bring your feet back in. Shake up the arms. Bicep curls. So I'm going to pick up 1 in my right hand. I'm going to step my left foot forward, my right foot back. I'm going to give myself a little support with my left hand on my left thigh. I've got my heel in the back really high. Now give me curls. With that slight forward lean of the upper body, this weight is going to seem more challenging. Okay, now hold your shoulders over your hips so you're not leaning forward. Give me 5 presses. Feet have not changed. It's a bit of a balance challenge. Stay strong through your core. Next, come back to your slight lean, 5 curls. Okay, back to the presses. Shoulders over hips, right? Let's try one more round here of curls. If you need to be more upright, that's okay. It's just an easy way to make the weight seem a lot harder. Whew. That's it for me. Okay, 5 of these. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Put it down. Woo. Shake it out. Other side. So left hand with the weight. Right foot forward. Left leg back. Give me that little lead. Here we go. 5 curls. Now take those shoulders over your hips. Go straight up with the arm. Come back with the forward fold a little bit here. 5 curls. Put most of your weight into that right leg. Oh, goodness. Back to the presses. And 5 curls. Out there. Okay, 5 presses. Oh. Okay. Woo. That was fun. Okay, we're coming back down on the floor. We're going to do some lat pulls for our lats. So I'm going to hold this heavy weight on the ends like this, and then lie myself down, bent legs, low back on the floor. So the most important thing about a lat pull is that we keep our arms straight, even if we have to limit the range. So lots of tightness of the back pressing into the floor as those arms go back. So just try to keep your ribs low, your arms straight, and your belly down. We're going to do 12 lat pulls. Now, if your weights are too light, you could always hold 2 of them instead of 1. Okay, meet with your arms going straight up. Now, just a little reprieve here. You're going to lower the elbows to the floor and press up. Let's do 5. Okay, skull crushers. So now hold your arms where they are, straight up towards the ceiling. Bend at the elbow so the weight's going to come down just by your forehead. Press the arms back up. No movement again between that elbow and shoulder. I want you to do these really slowly. You have 5 more, nice and slow. Nice. Okay. Keep that weight right by your hips. We're gonna put ourselves into a bridge using the weight for added effort. So legs are bent. I want your heels really close to your butt or your butt close to your heels. Sometimes it's easier to get your butt lifting it up, going towards the heels. Whatever works for you, but get yourself into a bridge. Please don't let the back of the arms be on the floor. You gotta lift them up. Now, we're gonna walk our feet out to the edges of the mat. So keep going until you really feel those feet somewhat on the floor and somewhat on the mat. So you got your legs far apart. So just holding this position, you're gonna feel this in your outer glutes. Now, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, I want you to lower your hips down. And then give me a big pelvic tilt up. And when you come up, you're pressing up through the heels, not the toes. When you get up, squeeze your knees into touch. Hopefully they can touch. If not, go as close as you can. Give it a big squeeze and then open up slowly. Lower back down one vertebrae at a time. Really slow. Come back up through the heels, pushing up. Squeeze the knees. Big squeeze. Open up. Do it one more time. When you open up, make sure you're opening those knees as far as you can. Press up. Now, pulse those knees out an inch and then bring them in an inch. Then keep going. Your hips are high, your belly is down. Hold your knees out, just hold. You're here for 5, 4, lift the hips higher, 3, 2, and lower your butt. Get rid of that weight, say goodbye. Extend your legs all the way down along the floor. Bring the arms all the way back behind you. Big, huge stretch. Okay, we're gonna bring little bends to our feet. Little bends to our legs, I should say, by moving your feet in a little bit. Keep your arms back there. Roll the pelvis so you feel the lower back on the floor. Press your ribs down, even though it's a challenge to do so. Now start to bring your arms forward. Lift your head. Connect your palms, tuck your chin, and slowly roll up with your legs bent. You're going to dive between the legs. So your spine stays in flexion. Now connect your palms, roll back down without straightening out that back. Really slow. Keep your legs bent. Keep the palms connected and take the arms all the way back behind you. Your hands are pushing into each other. Bring them forward, tuck your chin, draw the belly down, roll up, dive between the legs. Do it again, take it back. Keep pulling in the belly. Bring the arms back. Come forward. Lift your head, squeeze your palms, dive between the legs. You have 2 more of these, nice and slow. If you need to straighten the legs, by all means, consider that an option. Okay, take it back down. Nice and slowly. Release the palms, straighten the legs, full body stretch. Okay, we're gonna just do a little rehab for our shoulders. So I want you to bring your elbows out to the side of the body like a field goal post. Palms face forward. You're gonna lower the palms forward. Please don't let the shoulders roll forward when the palms come down towards the floor. Then take the back of the hand all the way down to the floor. And do 8 more of these really slow. And as you go through these repetitions, see if you can get your palms a little closer without rounding the shoulders. Okay, when the back of the hands are on the floor, I want you to keep them there. I want you to bring a small bend to the legs. And I want you to roll your lower back down onto the floor. So your pelvic tilting up. Now keep the back of the hands on the floor. And see if you can slide them back along the floor till you can connect your thumb and middle finger. Just go slow, baby steps. And maybe they don't connect, but maybe they do. And then bring them back to your starting point. Slide them back. You're going really slowly. Try to keep the arms as best you can touching the floor at all times. This is working on your shoulder mobility. You should also feel a nice stretch in the chest if you've got those elbows down. Let's do one more. Then we're going to work on our hips a little bit, and then we're going to say goodbye. So you got your legs bent. Take your right foot flexed onto your left thigh. Come on, Sean. Now move your knee away from you, and then move it in towards you. And just keep going out as far as it can go, and in as far as it can go. Poor Sean is suffering, and I think you gave Sean your sinus infection and cold, because he's got one now. Okay, let's try this a few more times on this leg, and then we'll switch. Just sort of help it, resist it on the way in if you want to amp it up. Switch legs, make sure the foot is flexed. Use your left hand to guide the knee all the way out and all the way in. Adding a little bit of resistance. So from here, we're going to do this a few more times, then we're going to meet in happy baby. Nice little stretch for our inner thighs, the back of the legs, glutes. Okay. Heels up to the ceiling. Take hold of the outsides of your feet, and you use your arms to pull your knees closer to the floor. Your lower back should still be down on the mat. You can add a gentle rock from side to side. You can just hang out and enjoy the sensation. Okay, put your legs back down on the floor with the bend. You're going to take your right knee, you're going to cross it over the left. You're going to bring your knees into the chest, flex your feet, find the outsides of your feet again. Now, move your feet up and then move them down. Just to get a nice stretch on the outside of that right leg. And glute. 3 more. Okay, cross over the other way. Switch it up, climb those feet. Start moving them. This is your last stretch. You want to be bringing those knees as close to the body as you can. 2 more. Nice. Now uncross. Rock and roll yourself up. Come all the way up nice and high onto the toes. Feet are about hip width apart. Nice. Now full forward fold. Then we're going to come up Pilates style. Nice and slowly. Take a big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Woohoo! You sort of made it, honey. Poor Sean. How's Anne doing?
I'm